Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video we have some great news. Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series has gotten the latest One UI 6.1.1 update that brings a lot of features to the table. I'm going to show you guys all the features in this video, but let's go to my settings real quick. If you have not received the update, here's what you want to do. You want to go all the way down. You want to go to software update and you want to tap on download and install. Now in my case, I already have it, so it is right here, the last update. That is, the Galaxy AI is even more powerful. We have version 6.1.1 and you can see it is almost 2.5 gigabytes ending in BXHB. And if I tap over here, it gives me a list of all the new updates. Okay, I can scroll all the way down and there's so many things happening here. So let's dive in and go over these one by one. These features are going to make your tablet so much better, and because it is a large display, all these features perform even better than what they do on the Samsung smartphones. So I'm going to go home, and here's the S Pen. I'm going to bring up the Air Command menu, so all I do is bring the S Pen next to the screen, press the button, and that is the S Pen. You can see we have the brand new sketch to image functionality. So when I tap this for the first time, it is going to give me a quick tutorial. It says, turn your simple doodles into masterpieces. So let's tap on OK and see what happens. So it is giving me a quick example. It is drawing a cat. And once I tap on generate, it is going to transform that into an image. So let's do an actual example. So it says, draw something, and the whole thing is your canvas. So let's draw a car. So I'm going to draw a low-level car. Okay, let's go like this, like this, like this. A little sports car. Let's add a little spoiler here. Let's add a window. Okay, and let's add a light that looks like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select what kind of image generation I want. Illustration, sketch, pop art, 3D cartoon, whatever. Let's do a sketch. I'm going to tap on generate. Let's see what happens with that simple thing that I drew. And look at what we have gotten. This is absolutely amazing, okay? Now, if I swipe over, you can see the original image, and you can see the result is based on the silhouette of the image that I made, okay? It added the spoiler, added the lights. This is absolutely fantastic, guys. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. At the bottom, it is going to say AI generated content. Okay. Now, if you want to use these guys, you can simply tap on save right here, and it's going to get saved into your gallery. As you can see, save the image, whatever. I can even print this and put it on a wall. That's how good this is. Or I can just share these and all that good stuff, as you can see. Or I can even regenerate. If I want to see more examples, I can do start over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say close. I'm going to go right back in. I'm going to give you guys one more example. So let's draw a house. Okay, sketch to image. So I'm going to add a door, add a window, even add a little chimney right here. And then what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to say pop art instead of sketch. So I want you guys to see the different options that you have. So once that is complete, that is the pop art. Again, I want you guys to realize that the AI image is really based on the style of my sketch. It doesn't deviate, it just makes it much more fun, as you can see. Okay, you can always go back and you can choose another option. Let's just show you one more. We're going to move on to the next tactic. And there we have it. Okay, always gives you 4 examples. So that's number 1. Number 2, if I go to my Samsung Notes application, and if I create a brand new note, let's do it right over here. I want you guys to see that I can access sketch to image right in my notes. So as I'm taking notes, I can simply enhance the note. So let's say I was taking a big note and I wanted to add a car into my notes, maybe for engineering or whatever. I can simply take my pen from here. Let's just grab this one. Let's say black, and let's make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to draw an image, okay? Low-level car right here again. This time, let's make it a little bit different, okay? Now what I can do is I can tap on the intelligence button. Okay, let's just tap on OK. And you can see right here, you're going to see the sketch to image functionality. If I tap on it, now I can draw around what I want to transform, as you can see. And then again, I can choose what I want and I can tap on generate. And that's going to do it inside the box in the Notes application, which is great. Now I want you guys to see what happens next. So once it makes me a car, let's say I want to use this as an image, I will simply tap on replace. So now that is the image. I can move around, I can make it smaller, and I can take notes around it, okay? Let's just say this was something to do with engineering. I can take all kinds of notes. It just enhances your notes and takes it to the next level. Now the next thing I want to talk about also has to do with the notes feature, but this is also quite amazing. So when you start a new one right here, a new note, you are now able to access the composer functionality from the keyboard, okay? And you can do this anywhere you have access to the keyboard. So over here, I'm going to have the intelligence option. I'm going to tap on it, and you can see we have the brand new composer. Composer allows you to generate entire texts out of a description you give the Galaxy AI. So it says right here, start by writing your main idea, or just ask me to help you write something. So I'm going to type here something very simple, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to choose whether I want to do an email, I want that for social media, or do I want that as a comment under a YouTube video, and I can choose whether I want it to be professional, casual, or polite. So let's say that I want to email a friend that I'm not too close with. So I'm gonna ask Composer to write me something about that. So look, I'm gonna say invite a friend to dinner after a long time. And then I'm gonna say email. I'm gonna say let's be polite, okay? Don't want to be casual, just want to be polite, don't want to be professional either. So that's gonna compose the message, and here we have it. So you can read that by pausing it, and by the way, you can tap over here and you can add your own name, or you can tap over where you have the green and you can add the dates and days. So that is fantastic, and once you are done with this composer, you can tap on insert and I can now send that email. Okay, so again, you can access this functionality within your email application as long as you bring up the keyboard and you tap on intelligence and just tap on composer. So absolutely fantastic addition to the AI toolset. Let's move on and look at the next tactic. Now the next feature is inside the gallery, and it is quite amazing. So I'm going to launch my gallery. I'm going to bring up a photo of myself. Now what I want to do next is I'm going to tap on the intelligence button right here. Okay, let's tap on that, and that's going to bring up a option. Let me just skip the tutorial. Two options. One, sketch to image. Number two, portrait studio. Let me show you the portrait studio first. So when I tap on this, as long as you have a face within that picture, you can select the face by tapping on it, and then you can tap on, let's just say sketch, and you can tap on generate. Let's see what happens. Takes a couple seconds, and it's going to generate an amazing sketch based on your face. So that's what we have. So if I swipe over, again, you get multiple options, and if you do want to save any one of these guys, you can tap this button right here, and that would save it to the gallery. You do not need the S Pen for this, by the way. I'm just using the S Pen as a convenience factor. You can use your fingers, no problem. And again, if I want to go back and try something else, I can do comic, and I can tap on generate, and look at what happens now. It says crafting something new, applying enhanced artistry, and it takes a couple seconds, and it is going to give me this, okay? That is the comic version. You do have four options: 3D cartoon, watercolor. So that's number one, and you can save any one of these images and use them wherever you want. Now let's go back, okay? And the next thing I'm going to show you, again, if I tap on the button, I can tap on sketch to image, and I can sketch something onto this photo. So let's say I want to sketch a hat. So I'm going to go like this. Here's a hat, and look at what happens. I'm going to tap on generate. All right, Let's wait for that to happen. And here we have it, guys. It is adding, this is what I did, this is what it gave me, okay? It looks so realistic, even adds shadows and lighting properly. So let's see over here. Look at this. This is crazy. If I save one of these guys, again, tap and say save copy, okay? And if I go back to that photo, look at how realistic this is. It looks as if I was really wearing it, whatever that is, okay? Now at the bottom, it will say AI generated. You may not be able to see it, but it's pretty small, but you always cut that off. It doesn't matter. You can always edit that and make it disappear, all right? Let's move on to the next tactic. Now, one more amazing feature is I have the YouTube application here. This is the picture-in-picture view. So if you're in the YouTube application, and if you tap on the home button, you get your picture-in-picture view, as you can see. Now what I can do is, if I want to convert this to a split-screen multitasking, all I do is I can press and hold it, okay? Previously, I would have to go in and start multitasking. Now, press and hold, and look at this. I can put this anywhere that I want. Here, 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 whatever. So if I put it over here, now that takes it to the split screen, and then I can launch another application on this side, as you can see. One more thing you can do is if I cancel this, and if I go back out, I can also do the same thing by tapping this button right here. Boom, okay? So that's a brand new option as well. Another amazing feature has to do with the calendar. So if I bring up my calendar, okay, let's bring it up. And this is great because this is a large screen, so you have a lot of places to play with. But you know you can tap this button and you can start writing on your calendar. You can start taking notes or whatever. It's going to be up to you. You can even change the color of the pencil to modify it based on your needs. Almost like a paper calendar. But now they have added a new function. So you can tap over here and you can go over here and select this new straight line highlighter. So I can change the color, intensity, and the size. And now, let's say I have things like this or like that. I can do a straight line highlight on things I find extremely important on my calendar. Let me just reduce the opacity. So let's say this was very important right here. I would just go like this, or this one, or this one, okay? So we have the brand new straight line highlighter added to my tool set right here. Fantastic, guys. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you guys. If I go to my settings, you can see we now have a brand new Galaxy AI menu that takes all the Galaxy AI stuff and puts it right over here, which is great. It should be in the forefront. Previously, it was under advanced features, hiding under advanced intelligence. Now they gave it a proper name, Galaxy AI, and all your features are right here. Many of them are existing features, but I did already show you guys the newer features like drawing and adding stuff to photos. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you in relation to security. If I go down over here, and if I tap on security and privacy, right over here we have the auto blocker feature. So this is an existing feature, makes your tablet extremely safe. Now, they added a couple things to it. First, they have the maximum restrictions option. When you enable this, basically, this is going to be maximum security. It's going to protect you from any kind of hacking, phishing, or other malicious activity. So you can enable this if you want. Make sure you just read the details here, okay? But the other thing is, when you enable auto blocker, now when you try to disable it, it's going to ask for a password. So nobody can get lucky. Let's say you walked away, your tablet was unlocked, and somebody came and turned this off to hack you later. No more, okay? Now, when you try to turn this off, let me go back here. When you try to turn this off, you have to put your PIN number or your fingerprint, and that's the only way to turn this thing off, which is, again, a great extra layer of security. And we have another great feature in the Samsung Notes application. So I can take my voice recordings myself, a lecture, a meeting, or maybe a seminar, and I can turn that into a complete text file. So look at this. I create a new note, and then I tap over here, and then I tap on Insert, and I have this voice recording feature that is existing, but we have a new feature built into it. So when I tap on it, look at what happens. I'm going to say, that, and that. So now it is recording. You can see the recorder on the top right here as I'm talking. It is right here. It's 6, 7, 8. So I am at a lecture. I'm recording the lecture of the teacher. When I'm done, I tap on stop, and look at what happens. It says recording saved, and it shows up right here. And what I can do is I can transcribe the whole thing by tapping on this T button right here. So I'm going to tap on it. Let me just put the pen here. Tap on this, and look at what happens. I'm going to download the English pack. That is going to be popping up the first time you use it. So tap on that. So that's almost done. Once it downloads, it's going to install the English language pack, and I'm going to show you. So now I'm going to tap on transcribe into English, and whatever I recorded, my voice or whoever's, it will take that, and look at that. It just gave me exactly what I was saying while it was recording. Okay? And again, if there were two people in this conversation, it would put me down as speaker 1, and the other person would be speaker 2. And on top of that, let's say you did record a seminar and then you get this whole transcription. You can tap on summary, which is going to create a summary of the entire transcription. And I can even tap over here and I can copy, paste, and all that good stuff. This is incredible, okay? And then you can also translate this to any other language you want right from here. Tap over here and look at this. I can add more languages. I can do translations. Fantastic, guys. Amazing productivity feature. Let's move on. Another incredible feature. If I go to my Samsung Notes, and if I go into a PDF file, let's just go to this one right here. And then what I can do is I can tap right over here on the intelligence button. The Notes application is going to know that this is in fact a PDF file. And then you can tap over here and you can summarize PDF files without having to extract the text. So if I tap on summarize, look at what happens. It selects everything. I can change the area that I want to, summarize or whatever. Let's bring it over here. Let's bring this right over here. And now I will be able to tap on generate summary, and it's going to take that portion. It's going to create a summary out of what I selected. And I can see them side by side, as you can see, which is incredible, okay? I can edit this, whatever, copy, paste, send an email. Fantastic, guys. I can tap over here. I can get a detailed summary or a standard summary. If you want more details, go for the detailed. If you just want a basic summary, go for standard. Fantastic. Let's move on. Now, we also have a brand new Smart Select feature that I can access either from the Edge panel, which is right over here. It's going to show up on the top over here. I can also access sketch to image right here, or I can access the Smart Select, the new Smart Select from the right over here. So look, when I tap on it, you get a nice animation, and I can choose anything on the screen to take a screenshot. I can also modify that thing with sketch to image. I can add this to a note. I can download this, and I can do all kinds of stuff. And I can even resize this in real time, okay? This is great. If I were on a website, let me go to the website. Here's an example. So let me bring up Smart Select with the S Pen, or I can do it with my finger, no problem. So I'm going to do it with the S Pen, Smart Select, and look at this. I'm going to select this block of text, okay? And now what I can do is I can actually extract the text right from the area I selected. Quickly extract text, okay? Add it to a note right away, copy it, or share it. It's going to be up to you, but you can do things like this with the Smart Select. And by the way, if I scroll down, let me cancel that Smart Select for a second. Look, let me do the same thing over here. So I'm going to bring up Smart Select, tap on it, and if I were to tap on an image, it will know where the image is. It'll select the image by default. Fantastic. And again, you can sketch to image what you selected, which is great. So I can add stuff to this if I want to and do a generation. Whatever you want to add here, you can add it, no problem. Okay, so let's go back, close this up, and we are good to go. That's the brand new Smart Select option. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. Amazing new features for your Samsung Galaxy Tablet 6.1.1. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.